Previous class we discussed about Java introduction and how to install the Java and how to write a small program and how to execute that program. Okay, now we are going to write more programs and we are going to execute more programs and in detail we will see. Okay, in the today's session we will see fundamentals of the Java language, fundamentals of the Java language. Fundamentals of Java language. Learn Java language, not only Java language, when we want to learn any language that we have to know first what are the letters or alphabet in that. After then we need to learn words, after then sentences, like that we will go. Java is also a language. So we have to start with the letters. What are the letters used in Java? Letters used in the Java language. So letters nothing but we use alphabet small A to Z, these are the letters, and capital A to Z, and then 0 to 9 numbers and their combinations some special characters or special letters, special characters. Those special characters are plus, minus, or divide by, and into, like that. These are the special characters, and some more. They are at dollar and ampersand. These are the special characters and some of the white spaces. White space is nothing but here space bar, and arrow keys. All these we see on the keyboard. Whatever we see on keyboard, so everything is a letter. Everything is a letter in our Java language. These are the letters we are going to use. A to Z, English alphabet, and numbers and special characters, white spaces, and whatever we are watching on the keyboard. All these we are considered as a. So already we know about these letters because we know C language and C++ already we know. So we are next we have to know about the tokens. Tokens nothing but we will tell as a symbols. Tokens means symbols. Okay, so to represent something. Tokens nothing but symbols. Tokens in the Java. So what are the tokens we use in the Java means there are different categories are there. Those categories are number one identifiers. Next number two keywords. Number three data types. Four variables. Number five literals. These we call as constants. Next one is operators. Next seven comments. These are the tokens or symbols we call as the words. So first in Java language we have to know about the letters. What are the letters we are using? Using these letters we have to prepare some words. Those words we are saying here tokens. Those tokens are categorized in these categories for identifiers, keywords, data types, variables, literals, operators, and comments. Okay, now we will see one by one about these tokens. In this First one is identifiers. Identifiers. What are the identifiers and what are the rules for the identifiers? So these identifiers are used to identify the variable, name of variable or class or interface, uh, like that, etc. Identifier, see here, identifier, the name itself, it is telling that to identify. So to identify the name of the variable, name of the class, name of the interfaces. So these identifiers are user, here user nothing but the programmer defined. Programmer defined identifiers are programmer defined. That means if we are the programmers, we have to give the name of the variable, we have to give the name of the class, we have to give the name of the identifier interfaces. So these are the identifiers. So but these identifiers must follow some rules. While a programmer writing this identifier, he has to follow some rules. Those rules for identifiers. Rules for identifiers. Okay, number one, these identifiers, for these identifiers we can use alphanumeric values. Alphanumeric values means alphabets A to Z, small or capital any, and numbers 0 to 9, combinations. We can use combinations of characters, and that means here alphabet and numericals, that is alphanumeric combinations. And here there is one more rule is, so we should not start the identifier with a numeric value. Not start not start with a numeric value. So identifier contains many letters. In that letters, first letter should not be number. We must start with a character, that is that alphabet must start with the alphabet, that is must start with alphabet. Next, third rule is don't use any special characters. Don't use any special character. Special character. Already we discussed what are the special characters are there. Special characters. Don't use any special characters. So, such as what are those special characters? Plus, minus, or brackets, or star, or at the rate, hash. Like this, we should not use. We should not use these special characters. Don't use any special characters such as these things. But there is a one flexibility is there. We can use um, only underscore is also a special character. Underscore, just I write underscore is this. Okay, this underscore we can use. See, don't think about the brackets, only underscore. Underscore we can use anywhere, but don't use the special characters. Underscore is also special character, but here underscore has that type of flexibility. Okay, remaining we should not use. Remaining any special character we should not use as a use within the identifier as the identifier also. Yeah, the next one is identifiers are case sensitive. Case sensitive. Identifiers are case sensitive, means lower case letters and upper case letters both are different, both are not the same. If you take for example identifier, we can take as my value example. example, my value, my value, this is one identifier. See, all the rules are applied or not? Alphanumeric, yeah, I am not using a number values. Alphanumeric, yes, we can use alphabets and numbers also, but I am not using numbers here. Should not start with the numeric value. No, there is no numeric value at the start. Okay, it's followed. Don't use any special character. There is no any special character. And then we can use only underscore. I'm not using the underscore, but if you want, you can use the underscore. So this is one identifier. And one more I can write here, my value, my value. See here, same thing, but here I used a capital V. So this my value is one identifier, this my value is another identifier. Both are different, both are not same, because it is a capital letter. This is known as here case sensitive. So these both are not same. Both are not the same. Yeah, the next one is a sixth one, keywords. Keywords should not use as an identifier. Should not use as an identifier. The next topic we are going to learn keywords. These keywords we should not use as the identifiers. Okay, what are the keywords? So we will see in the next. So don't use those keywords as the identifiers. Yeah, the next one, there is no limit. There is no limit on the length. There is no limit on the length, but recommended short length. Short length, but how many characters? Just 4 to 15 characters enough. 15 characters enough, yes. 15 characters, recommended 4 to 15 characters. See, there is no limit. So here we wrote my value is an identifier. Like that, how many characters you want to write? You can write any number of characters, no problem, but it will be some complex. So that's why just we can use short length. Short length, nothing but up to 15 characters. 15 character is enough. So this is only the recommendation, not compulsory. So the compulsory means we can use unlimited, but to our flexibility we can use only these 15 characters are enough. The next one is should not use white spaces. White spaces within complete white spaces within complete identifier, we should not use the identifiers. Now I will give some words example, and is it identifier or not, that we can understand. See here, simple interest. Simple interest, is this the identifier or not? Can we use this as the identifier or not? See, we can say answer is no. No, why? Simple, all alphabet letters, yes. Interest, all alphabet letters, yes, but we are using here space. So complete identifier must be a single word. Complete identifier must be a single word. That also we can write as here identifier must be single word. Don't use the multiple words. Okay, single word. See here, simple and interest both will become multiple words. So we should use only the single word. What is correct? What is correct? So correct means here we should write like this, the identifier, simple interest. Yeah, this is correct. Yes, this is an identifier. We can use as the class name, we can use as a variable name, like that. So next one is can I use 10 ABC? Can I use like this? No, because it starts with the numeric value. So first character is a 1. 1 means number value. So no, we should not use. What is the correct? What is correct means ABC 10. Yes, we can use ABC 10 or A1 B0 C. Can I use? Yes, it is also correct. Both are correct. Or if you want to use A10 BC, yes, it is also correct. These all are yes. Yes, these are the identifiers. These starts with the alphabet, but not with the character. Can I use like this? Is it correct or not? X, Y, at the rate Z. At the rate Z. Is it correct? No, it is wrong. It is wrong. Why? Why? Because we are using here a special character. Special character is alphabet we are using, so it is wrong. So what is correct? X, Y, underscore Z. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Yes, okay. These are the, say, don't think about the meaning, don't think about the English meaning. For example, here simple has a meaning, interest has a meaning, but here ABC does not have meaning. It is a collection of letters. That is a collection of letters. Identifier nothing but a collection of letters, but don't think about the meaning. Just follow these rules to write the identifier. Okay, so this is about the identifiers in the Java. Yeah, the next one, second one is a keywords. Keywords. The Java keywords. Java have many keywords, so we say here Java is a very rich in keywords. Rich in keywords. Java is very rich in keywords. Rich means how many keywords it has? It contains a 53 keywords. It has a 53 keywords. So 53 is a rich. 53, only 53. 53 is rich. Yeah, compare with the other languages, it has a more keywords because it is rich. Okay, it has a 53 keywords, so we can say it is a rich in keywords. All letters in keyword must be small letters. That means lowercase letters. Lowercase letters. Lowercase letters, and these has keywords has have their own task. Their own task, that means they can perform their own task. So programmer cannot define any task to them. That is, programmer, as a programmer, that means we cannot assign any task to these keywords. The keywords have their own tasks. Each keyword and its task we are going to learn in the language, and how to work with that task also we will see. Okay, and then next I will show you what are the keywords in the Java. Complete 53 keywords are there. Those 53 keywords we have the list of the 53 keywords. List of 53 keywords. 53 keywords. Following are the following are 53, a list of the 53 keywords. These are the 53 keywords. See here: abstract, byte, class, do, extends, for, import, long, private, short, switch, throws, volatile, assert, case, const, double, final, go to, instance of, native, protected, static, synchronized, transient, while, boolean, catch, continue, else, finally, if, int, new, public, strict fp, this, true, try, true, break, char, default, enum, float, implements, interface, package, return, super, throw, void, false, null. So all these are the 53 keywords, but in these keywords the red color, const and go to, these are not using now. Now these are not using. Yeah, the next one, here another color, true, false, null. These are not reserved words. Actually these are not reserved words, but we can't use as the identifiers. We should not use them as the identifiers. So they have their own task, but those are not comes under these keywords, but we are writing here completely complete, if you consider these three and these two, complete is a 53. But const is not using, goto is not using, and these three are not using. Okay, these are the Java keywords. All observe here, all the keywords are in the small letters only. Okay, now we have to use as it is there. Okay, now those are also single words, those are not different words. Okay, here strict if instance of, all the small letters, instance and of, both are not different instance of, like that, all are single words and small case letters. These are about the keywords. Yeah, then keywords. What is the next after keywords? We have the data types. Okay, data types, we know what is data type also. So we write data types. Today we should complete these data types also. Data types. So these data types nothing but it specify size, it specify size and value to be stored in memory, nothing but here see, it specify the size. What is the size of the value? What is the value? What is the exact value you are storing? What is the size of it in the memory? So how much space it will take, that is the size. Yeah, the next one, these data types are categorized into two types. Okay, now two categories are there, two categories. Two categories of types. So those are number one, primitive type. Primitive type. Number two, non-primitive type. Non-primitive type data. So first we see primitive type. Primitive type data. So what are the primitive type data types are there? These are the basic type. So this primitive type means these are the basic type data. Basic type. Basic types, and these are primitive, predefined. These are predefined data types. Predefined data types. Predefined types. So complete Java contains 8 primitive data types. 8 primitive data types. Java consists of 8 primitive type data. So those we see number one, yeah, number one, byte type data. Number two, short. Number two, short type data. Number three, int type data. Number four, long type data. Number five, float type data. Next, double type data. Character type data. Number 8 is Boolean type data. Boolean type data. These are the primitive type data types. Primitive data types. This Java contains 8 primitive type data. Yeah. Then next we will see non-primitive type data. Also non-primitive type data. Just non-primitive. We will discuss in depth each one. No problem. Non-primitive. Non-primitive type of data. These non-primitive type of data are also called reference type, because it can refer the classes. Reference type. These are called as a referent types. So these are these can be defined by the user. These are not predefined. These programmer can define them. Programmer should define. That means we are going to define these non-primitive type data types. Examples are arrays, type, the next class, and enumerator type, enum type, and interface are examples. These are the primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Now I will show you. So what are the categories? Okay, these data types: primitive type data, non-primitive type data. So Boolean type in the primitive type, Boolean type, that is a Boolean. In the numeric type, we have character type and integral type. See, completely in the end, a leaf, where the leaf of this tree, you see Boolean, character, byte, short, int, long, and a float, double. These are the primitive type data. And non-primitive type data, string, arrays, classes, enum, etc. All these are the non-primitive type data. Okay. Yeah. So these. Okay. This is the their size and description of the data types. Byte type data takes 1 byte of memory, and short type data 2 bytes of memory. Integer type takes 4 bytes of memory. Long type data takes 8 bytes of memory. Float type takes 4 bytes. Double type takes 8 bytes. Boolean type take 1 byte and 1 bit. Sorry, Boolean type will take 1 bit. That means 0 and 1. 0 or 1, any bit. Character will take 2 bytes of memory, and they range from where to where the values will be used for this data type. Here byte type, it takes this much of range, and short type takes this much of range. So everything, see here. Okay, now you can observe from this video, and you will see. You need not to remember these ranges, just for our to know only, just we are writing here. We need not to remember all these ranges, but if it possible, you try to remember this. Byte type will take 1 byte, short type take 2 bytes. This how much size they can take. Okay, now these we have to remember. We need not to remember these ranges. Okay, now but it is also very easy to remember also. See here, 1 byte means this is 8 bits. 8 bits, and just we can take 2 power 7, 2 power 8, not 2 power 8, 2 power 7. 2 bytes means 8 into 2, 16. Here 2 power 15 to 2 power 15 minus 1. 4 bytes means 4 8s are 32. 32, 4 8s are 32. 32 means here we should take here 31, not 7. 31 here 2 power 31 minus 1. Yeah, the next 8 bits, 8 8s are 64. Here 2 power 63 to 2 power 63 minus 1. You need not to remember this complete. Just you remember this thing. If you remember the size, then you can write very easily. This is 4 bytes means minus 3.4 into 10 to the power of 38 to plus 3.4 into 10 to the power of 38 minus 1. Like that, you can remember this range also, but no need. This is about the data types in Java we have used. Okay, right. Next, we have different topics. One more other topic is after data types, variables, literals, operators, comments. This we will see in the next class. Okay, this class will be available in the YouTube also. I will send it in at the evening. You can so if anybody is not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you can subscribe it and click on the bell button. Then you will understand. They will you can get a notification of this class. If you miss any topic in this, you can refer it again and again.